Welcome back to the High School Sports Zone. You didn't have to wait until this fall to see the area's top football players all suited up. The cream of the crop of Greater Houston gathered in impressive fashion at Rice University on Sunday for the annual Vibe magazine football photo shoot. An impressive crop, to say the least. A who's who of Greater Houston talent. And speaking of who's who, here he is, Vibe magazine publisher Matt Malatesta. And Matt, what a scene out there. How many players did you have this year?
Man, this year we had about 300. What we really try to do is incorporate all the high schools throughout the city, private schools, small, large, all the way to the big 6As. But there was a ton of talent, a recruiting coordinator's dream.
Yes. So, of the schools that were there, which were all of them,
right?
Who brought the biggest haul of talent?
Well, I'll tell you
by your invitation.
By invitation. Well, Rich Point is going to be really good, and they brought a ton of kids that we invited because they have some of the best players in the city of Houston right now. They're the #1 tight end in the country. Mustafa Muhammad is going to be a talent. He's kind of a guy that's a next level guy, definitely for college, potentially a pro guy. Quarterback, they have a really talented quarterback there, as well as Chad Bailey on the defensive side of the ball. He's going to be a headhunter this year, but they're a team that doesn't get a whole lot of run since they've moved from 6A to 5A. That's a team I think could be a power this year and surprise the people in 6A.
But they weren't the only team that brought a haul of talent. Give us a couple others.
You got Katy, of course. They had, their dual-headed running back situation with Oglesby and Glass. Yeah. They look ready to play right now. Dickinson had a ton of kids. They've got Montel Parker, who's committed to Texas A&M, the really good wide receiver. Woodlands had a ton of kids. They're the team that went the furthest last year. They got to replace a quarterback. They have a ton of talent. Their offensive line is humongous. They were all there. The biggest kid out there, Andrew Glover from Katy Taylor. This dude is like 6'8", 400 pounds. He was gigantic.
Oh my gosh!
He's starting to pick up a lot on the recruiting side of the business just because of his size. But watch out for Katy Taylor. There could be sneaky good this year as well.
Yeah, well, they'll be on our Thursday night showdown later in the year against Cinco Ranch. I saw on your list, Lamar had a lot of guys, and Manville as well.
Oh, man. I mean, those two power programs. I mean, if you look up and down their lineup, Manville probably has 6 or 7 of our top 100 kids this year. Lamar has probably 4 or 5. But our #1 player, Brennan Eagles, was there. Anthony over at Lamar, who's our #2 player. There was just a who's who. Our top 100 kids were there. Grant Gunnell from St. Pius, who's the #1 player next year and the #1 player in the state of Texas, the big quarterback over at St. Pius. He's another guy that's been offered by everybody in the country.
And St. Pius will also be on our Thursday night showdown on a Friday, regular season finale against St. Thomas. Saints alive, that's going to be big.
That is going to be good. St. Thomas was there. They've got a couple of special guys. New coach, Rich McGuire, is going to have some pieces to work with, and I think they're going to be really competitive.
Gerard Johnson, their offensive coordinator.
That's right. It's
so
that's exciting.
Fun. As we're taping this, we haven't had the final games of the regional finals in softball, but you have Katy, Deer Park, the Woodlands, Foster, Willis, and Barbers Hill. Those are all your regional finalists. How about those teams?
Exciting for all those programs. They've been here before. Woodlands won a state title. Deer Park's won a state title. Katy's won a state title. But Willis is kind of that team that's like, what's going on at Willis High School? They have a tremendous program there that they've been building for this year. And I got my fingers crossed to see how far they can go. Barbers Hill, that program, athletic program under Tom Westerberg, who came over from Allen, man, that is going to be a power in years to come in virtually every sport. Barbers Hill softball has always been really good.
And baseball regional semis, as we speak, still going on, but some new kids on the block. Ridge Point, North Shore, nice to see some new faces in there.
It's exciting to see that. North Shore's done a great job. Coach Lee Martinez, tremendous job over there. They got a really good staff. But you're right. You've got Ridge Point and you've got Travis, both two Fort Bend teams. The power right now in baseball is in Fort Bend.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
Hey, you're a powerful guy as well. Check out the Vibe magazine issue, The Big Catch from A-Leaf Taylor.
That's right.
See you next time.
All right.
We'll be back with the plays of the week.